Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for coming. This is a big crowd, so we're so happy to see all you here. Before we start, I'd like to make some introductions. I'm everyone who's been working on this program for about 5 months. This is Nolan Schillerstrom, Max Becker, Amanda Wu, Kirsten Rush, Emma Castro-Giovanni, Caroline Sturr, Josh Smith, John Parthon, and on piano, Todd Winkler, and I'm Kirsten Keller. I just want to give you some background on how this idea started to have this benefit. Way back in, I think it was February of last school year, my Herrick Middle School band director, John Ball, he's in the corner back there, he came up to me and told me that I should think about putting together a flute recital. And I like that idea, but I wanted it to be like more than just me and to have a purpose and raise money for an organization. So in April, a lot of us went to the Tivoli to see the screening of Invisible Children, and it kind of clicked there. We all wanted to do something, and it seemed like a really good idea to get together and sing African songs and songs of hope and raise money for the Invisible Children organization. So we got together about every week, before school, after school, every Sunday, and worked on preparing all these songs for you. And we had good times and bad times, but in the end, we're all friends, and we've gotten together really well. So, what's next?
All right, yeah, and then at our second meeting, we sat down and we actually watched the movie because a couple of us had seen it before. And some of us were seeing it for the first time, and some of us actually for the third or fourth time, but we were all still affected. So the background of this is that in Uganda in 1989, a rebel group called the Lord's Resistance Army was formed. Their leader was a man called Joseph Kony, and their goal was to overthrow the Ugandan government. In order to do this, the LRA raids towns, captures children, and trains them to work for them as soldiers. The children are brainwashed by the LRA and soon know of nothing other than fighting. The children who are not abducted live in fear of being abducted. Rarely do they ever feel safe. The Invisible Children movie was filmed in 2003, and since then, peace talks have been going on in Uganda, resulting in less abductions. Joseph Kony has actually fled Uganda, but the LRA still abducts children in the countries surrounding it. The LRA has left northern Uganda in a terrible state. 50% of the donations Invisible Children receives goes to bringing awareness to the situation and by gaining international support for peace. The other 50% goes to providing programming for the affected children and families, like educational scholarships, mentorships, and the rebuilding of schools. Invisible Children believes that the effect the donations will be huge by providing immediate and long-term relief.
So now please sit back and listen and enjoy the program that we've put together that provides traditional African pieces and songs of hope.
Sia begun 23 years ago and has become Africa's longest running war. The conflict began when Alex Lukwana believed that the Holy Spirit ordered her to overthrow the Ugandan government. The rebels named themselves the Lord's Resistance Army. The government exiled Lukwana, and the rebellion movement began losing support for their cause. The LRA rebels resorted to abducting children and indoctrinating them into their ranks. It is estimated that more than 90% of the LRA troops were abducted as children. I'll Stand By You voices the pledge we are making to the children of northern Uganda. It is performed by Caroline Stewart, Emma Giovanni, and Amanda Wu.